Have you ever wondered why some of the quietest people are the most successful? The ones who operate in the background are usually pulling the strings. But have you ever wondered how they do it? In a world where networking is crucial, how are some of the most successful people the quietest in the room? Hey everyone, welcome to Highly Successful You. Today we're going to talk about the 10 reasons why silent people are successful. Silence is powerful, and the people who know how to leverage their own quiet can go far in life. This isn't to say the extroverted life of the party is doomed to fail, but often the ones in charge got there by making carefully measured moves and connecting with the right people rather than everyone else. Hopefully these 10 reasons will shed some light on why this is and give you a better idea of why silent people go so far in both life and business. So with that, let's get into it. Number 1, they're more observant. When you're wrapped up in speaking and deciding what to say next, you're likely to miss out on the nuances of conversation. This means quieter people can instead spend their time observing others and take silent cues from people along the way. Observant people know how to let other people take the lead in conversation, giving them plenty of opportunities down the line. There are often many unsaid details between the lines of discussion, and silent people can catch these and use them to their advantage. Being a good communicator goes hand in hand with being observant because otherwise you'll miss out on all the silent conversation cues. Number 2, silence can mean a creative mind. People who are silent tend to spend their time in their own thoughts rather than filling the silence with words. This alone time can generate ideas and link theories, resulting in incredibly creative thinking and works. Creativity is essential to success because fresh thoughts and opinions are often hard to come by. These people won't miss a beat. They're so wrapped up in their thoughts and ideas, they have better opportunities to surprise and impress their peers by being innovative or unconventional. This can enhance business at nearly every level, from a fresh perspective to an open mind to new ideas. A creative mind is one of the most valuable things someone can bring to a business, be it as a boss or an employee. Number 3, they know their priorities. Silent people know their priorities and set their goals within them. They're usually more direct and waste less time on the in-between fluff to stay on task. These people are more focused on their actions than small talk or chatter. They'll usually have the upper hand in business situations because they're more productive and know where to best put their energy. Someone busy trying to please everyone can lose track of their priorities, meaning the most important things go by the wayside and they can pile up over time. If you're looking for someone who can help you reroute and keep on task, you might want to consider buddying up with the quiet guy because he probably works 3 or 4 steps ahead of the crowd. Number 4, they're good listeners. When you don't need the spotlight and take the opportunity to sit on the sidelines, you'll gather more information from a large group than if you were in the middle. Silent people might not add much to the conversation, but they're usually very well suited to listen. These people can pick up on details that others might miss out on or hear information they might not have been privy to. Sometimes being quiet and letting others take the lead on talking can be a huge benefit. Listeners generally have a much better perspective on how to read the room, or they may be able to avoid pitfalls that others miss. Number 5, they're great at planning ahead. Quiet people on average are much better at processing the things that are happening and how they'll turn out. Not spending time talking gives them greater opportunities to think ahead and plan. A quiet person who's thought through their options has more chances to develop possible scenarios in their head to execute them properly. They've probably already considered the things that can go wrong and have ways to circumvent them. This can lead to an incredibly flexible mindset, meaning they'll be prepared no matter what comes their way. If you consider talking would distract from this thought process, you'll see how these silent people have an innate leg up on their impulsive counterparts. Number 6, they keep a tight-knit social group. Generally speaking, quiet people are more introverted. This means they likely are more selective in the people they keep in their social circle. They don't mind having a small, tight-knit group of connections, friends, and confidants, and thus can be sure they're surrounding themselves with the best possible people. quality over quantity. And despite what it sounds like, networking is still very much possible, even if you don't connect with everyone. The difference in networking as a silent person is that their connections are more premeditated. A quiet networker knows who to associate with and can create more meaningful and beneficial connections and relationships early on. Number 7. They choose their words carefully. Coming from a silent person, people quickly learn that every word matters. Generally speaking, quiet people have more opportunities to carefully weigh their responses and choose their conversations and words. If they do decide to talk, they've probably already considered their options and planned these interactions out in advance. Usually, this means people expect more from their contributions and will, in this sense, put more weight on the words. People will lean in to catch whatever the silent person has to say, opposed to the loud, chatty ones who fill the silence with nothingness. Choosing your words carefully and emphasizing the points that benefit you most is essential in all sorts of communication. For this reason, it can be an incredible business tool. Number 8. Reading keeps the mind open. More often than not, these quiet people enjoy reading. Reading can help foster an open mind and expose people to new thoughts and ideas. Books and novels can allow people to experience things outside of their everyday lives and take in new concepts, processes, and ideas. Novels and nonfiction alike can offer ways to improve yourself or give you a fresh perspective. Reading is one of the biggest things you can do to keep yourself open to success, and silent people already have a leg up, as they're more likely to crack open a book than attend a party. Sometimes it's better to quiet down and let the words on the page do the talking for you. Number 9. They have self-discipline and control. Self-discipline and self-control go hand in hand with silent people because they're generally overthinkers. This sounds negative, but overthinking is only bad when it holds you back. The disciplined, quiet person is more likely to set themselves up for success than getting wrapped up in things that don't benefit or serve them. Silent people know best what they should and shouldn't do, meaning they can instead focus on productivity rather than getting sidetracked by pleasing people or filling silences. It might seem dull at a party, but these people are focused and able to impress by surprising those around them. Number 10. They're self-aware. Being self-aware gives people a better perspective of themselves, their abilities, and their shortcomings. Quiet people are usually more aware of themselves and can pinpoint their strengths and weaknesses with better certainty. It's a bit different than being self-conscious because instead of wallowing in these shortcomings, self-awareness means being able to pinpoint your shortcomings and adjust yourself for your own needs. This can be beneficial because then the person can work towards seeking solutions and making the best of their flaws. This can make for a relatively successful person because you can only adapt and work on the shortcomings you're aware of. If you miss out on them, you can never grow. Silence can be powerful, and it can take you places that conversation can't do alone. Most of us need and desire to be heard, but sometimes that can hold us back. Take a note from the book of someone who sits back and lets others do the talking, because sometimes they'll catch things that others will miss. Being quiet in a noisy world can be challenging, but silent people know their worth and can often navigate with much more success. That brings us to the end of today's video. Are there any thoughts you'd like to share? Drop it down in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.